Hello G.I. Joe and 1/18 scale fans, this is the Human Mechanism. So, yeah, Lanard is releasing a line of alien-themed figures. I mean, I know Lanard has been Hollywood's bitch for about 3 years now, but this was unexpected. The Alien Collection, as Lanard is calling it, harkens back to the 80s and 90s when there was this rather strange trend of kid-oriented toy lines based around film series that were predominantly R-rated. Terminator, Rambo, RoboCop, Predator all had toy lines aimed at children. Ridley Scott's Alien was also one of those R-rated film franchises. This is one of several sets that Lanard has released for the Alien Collection, to celebrate the 40th anniversary since the release of Alien. So, where should we begin? How about the facehugger and its egg? Well, we're off to a pretty good start. Sculpt-wise, the facehugger is very well detailed. It would have been nice if the legs and the tail were articulated, but you probably can't expect much from something this small. The egg is also well detailed, and, as expected, is made from a very soft plastic. Now we have the human character, who is, as the box puts it, a research scientist. In reality, it's just a repaint of one of Lanard's Star Force figures. He's the typical Lanard figure from the mid-2000s. Arms are on ball joints, legs are T-crotch. He can also bend at the elbow and the knees. If there is one thing I could give the figure, the helmet comes off, revealing the head is posable and also on a ball joint. Something I find troubling is the fact that the left arm is backwards. The elbow pad is on the wrong side. I mean, I get what they were trying to do. It's a product of this figure's Star Force days. It's supposed to be as if he's holding onto the handlebars of a vehicle. But when holding the forearm of a rifle, or in this case, a flamethrower, it just looks extremely awkward. Speaking of which, he comes with a flamethrower, which I assume is supposed to represent the M240A1 incinerator unit, but for all I know, it could just be a reused weapon from the core. Now we move on to the Xenomorph drone. Again, like the facehugger, the detailing on the drone is excellent. It even has that second smaller mouth sculpted inside the main jaws. The arms, hands, upper torso, legs, and feet are all on ball joints, so you can potentially get a full range of motion. Unfortunately, the legs don't move outward as much as I want them to. And strangely enough, there's absolutely no articulation at the elbow. That's kind of disappointing. And that's pretty much it. It's a very simple set, and by the looks of things, the toy line itself is pretty simplistic. One thing that is going to put people off of this toy line, mainly because it's one of the main criticisms thus far, is the color of the Xenomorphs. The good thing is that Lanard is giving us different types of Xenomorphs, but in strange colors. Red, blue, green, and in this case, yellow. I'm guessing Lanard thought that the Xenomorphs would all look the same if they had a universal color, and perhaps they gave them different colors to differentiate them, or make them more appealing to kids. Who knows? That may not be the reason, but if it were, I can see both sides. Personally, I kind of like the different colors. I don't know what it is, I just think it's appealing. And if you don't like the colors, customize it. As I'm typing this, I've only had this set for a few hours, so the quality of the product, especially the Xenomorph, is yet to be seen. So far, everything appears to be pretty sturdy. So if you're not satisfied with the NECA Alien figures, then this might be up your alley. I will say this is a pretty ballsy move on the part of Lanard. Today, an R-rated franchise being adapted into a toy line for kids is pretty rare. Most of the time, things like this would primarily be an adult thing, as toy lines based on R-rated films run the risk of isolating children. This is definitely what risk-taking looks like, and hopefully, this will be a jumping-off point for children to be introduced to a classic film. So with that said, the Xenomorph Swarm set with the Xenomorph drone gets the Human Mechanism's seal of approval. See you all later. Yo Joe!